Okay, so the next definition is fully welded seamless door, see welded. So fully welded seamless door, that is something that needs further clearing of the air in terms of what that definition means. It may not mean that the door is continuously welded down the edge, ground and then sanded, painted. Or it may mean the door is continuously welded down the edge. The bottom line is a seamless door is a door that does not have any sort of a edge or a area where it's visible where you'll see the metal interlock in the edge. But seamless doesn't mean it's fully welded. You could have a door construction that is welded in spots down the entire length or the length or the height of the door. Those welds are treated. The rest of it's filled in with Bondo, sanded, painted. That would be a seamless door, but I wouldn't call that a fully welded seamless door. I'd call it a welded seamless door. Now, I have personally done lots of things in the shop with a welder, and one of those things that I've done is I had, back in the old days, I had a company called Kreutzer in Chicago, maybe 2646 West Madison. I'm guessing at the address, but it was in that area. And boy, they would oblige us with steel sheared and bent to shape. So I have had them in the past make me pans of metal, make me just the size that's required for a 3-foot door. And I would take that lower pan, and I would take that top pan. Lower pan, then I would have a core. And in the past, when we were manufacturing custom doors, we were literally buying a foam core. I'm going to stop short of it being polystyrene, but some sort of a foam core. Pan goes down, adhesive goes down, foam core comes up, top pan goes on, and you got a little bit of seam down there. It's basically a Kiwami VMAX door, if you ever dealt with Kiwami back decades ago by this time. A square edge door that you would take that door, you would weld the edge of it, and then you would prep it for your hardware. Top channels obviously go in there as well. Top and bottom channels. Top flush channel, bottom inverted channel. And I don't know why in the gospel I would have been doing that kind of stuff. Because it just would have been tragically expensive. I don't know. Just because it would have taken a couple of weeks to get the steel. I don't remember why we would have been doing that in the shop. It could be that the factory lead time was set 6 or 8 weeks, and the customer says, well, I've got 3 weeks. Okay, well, here's the price. So in that door scenario, I would get that door together, and I would weld that door. And there was one time that I welded the door continuously. But I didn't continuously weld it all in one go, because that certainly would have warped the door, warped the daylights out of the door. So while I did get through the door and continuously weld it, I would weld an inch or so at a time. Let that cool off. Come back and keep that going. Let that cool off. But what I would do is do it in different spots and just fill all the weld in. It was a fully welded seamless door, but it wasn't one continuous bead because of the thermal bowing that absolutely would happen. Now, when it comes to your factory making for you a fully welded seamless door, they're going to offer that option. They're going to offer the tack welding option along with filling it with Bondo as well. Now, a door that's got weld in the sides is a substantially more durable door, period. The most common door in the world is probably the Seco Regent. There's no welding on the vertical sides of that door. It's a tab and slot situation coming together with the steel. It's just mechanically interlocked in the sense that, again, there's no welding there at all. So it does make for a much stronger door when you've got welds in the edge of it. And you're going to see applications that are higher volume, more abuse, whatever the case is. That's going to be a welded edge door. And welded edge doors are also a hallmark of the doors that are considered more durable. Back to Kiwani, like a medallion door from Seco. That's going to be welded on the edge. A Kiwani D-series door, that was a seamless door. It wasn't fully welded, but it was seamless. Now, Amweld in the early 2000s, they were really pushing their laser edge door, continuously welded down the edge, continuous laser weld. And I was at the factory and during that time in Ohio, and they had the machine was there, it just wasn't running correctly. And I don't believe, and I think I've been told that they had never got it running perfectly. Let's switch to the screen view. Let's see what kind of documentation we can find on all these welding options for them.
If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. All right, let's take a look. Fully welded seamless door, C-welded. It's on page 28. Door
continuously welded. A door having all joints on its vertical edge continuously welded and finished smooth. Okay, well that is a very that's pretty clear. Continuously welded. That does not mean welding it. Let's take a trip into the world of Amweld. I don't know what catalogs I have. That would be old enough. I may have something here.
Okay, Amweld. I don't know if I have... Well, I do. I have something here that's... An LE stood for laser edge. That I recall. Continuous laser welded edge seam. Laser edge. Cut sheet. Okay, that is not applicable. Not at all. Let's try the manufacturer's page. Product brochure. What do we have? Okay, laser edge. This is it. Amweld is the only hollow metal door manufacturer with laser welded precision doors. When you compare our laser welded doors with the competition's spot welded doors, you will see a definite gap in technology, strength, quality, and aesthetics. Our patent laser edge welding process doesn't cost any more. It provides a product of uncommon beauty and value, and our lifetime warranty speaks for itself. Okay, great. So basically, if I recall correctly, the door would be laid down, and the head of the laser weld would run down the edge of a door that was stationary. I think that's how that worked. But maybe the door went through. I don't recall. But the bottom line is anything that was LE was going to be a laser edge. So the 15 LE laser edge was different than the 17 LE laser edge. And when you look at that, you can still see evidence of a gap there or a seam, even though that's a laser edge. To make it a seamless, an LE seamless, certainly they would have gone through and filled that with Bondo. Okay. Yeah, not much else to really talk about that laser edge welded door. Right on. Okay. So let's take a look at the Seco price list. And we'll see what... Let's take a look. Well, I had said the medallion was welded edge, or at least seamless. Let's see what they do on the medallion. Yeah, the fact that I don't see any welding options for a medallion tells me it's welded. Let's pull up a product brochure and look at the medallion. Features: 1 3/4 custom construction seam seamless design. Fully welded edge seams enhance strength and appearance. That's true. Aha, seamless edges. It's apparently not inherent on a medallion. Seamless edges. Edges welded, handed only. Okay, edges filled. So that's okay. So it is not a seamless door. It's going to come out as a seamed door. If you want those edges bondoed, they'll do it. There you go. You want them edges welded. There you go. That's the ad for that. The Fuego, the temperaturized door. The Legion. The Imperial door. Yeah, okay, so this is just what it is. You want seamless edges. Okay, standard edges welded. What door is this? Oh, the armor shield. Okay, so a bullet resistant door is going to have standard edges as welded, and that certainly does go to serve the concept that it makes for a stronger door. So these bullet resistant, the EMI, RFI, shielded doors are welded as standard. Stainless is seamless edges, not standard. Water resistant, that makes sense that they're going to be welded. Close it up. Attack resistant doors, got to pay extra apparently for that. Or actually you have to specify it how you want that done. Forced entry level 8, standard. Flood resistant, standard. Blast resistant, standard. So at the end of the day, you need to look, and that's why the manufacturer's price list is always really helpful, and in many instances trumps the catalog, but the catalog and the price list are really a 1-2 punch. There's going to be things you need to know about how you're pricing it, or I should say, let's start over. There will be certain things that you'd like to know about the door that the price list can tip you off on. So the catalog might easily tell you that you can get doors galvannealed or galvanized, but doesn't necessarily tell you is it A40 or A60, meaning the density of the galvanneal process that's happening. So the price list is really handy in that sort of regard. A bondoed edge door is a seamless door, but when you're talking about something that needs to be welded, you then need to be really clear about if it's spot welded, tack welded, ground treated, bondoed everywhere else, or if it's continuously welded. And in the example of AmWeld, if it's continuously welded, is there any filler, body filler involved? Is there any bondo involved? So there you go. Let's move on to back to page 17. We get out of F's. Now we're into gasketing. Let's do that. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.